Hello everyone, I'm Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English. In our today's video, we are going to talk about a disputed border territory between India and Pakistan. And no, we are not talking about the line of control. Actually, we are going to talk about Sar Creek, which is a disputed border territory near Gujarat in India. Okay? Why are we discussing Sar Creek? You'll soon find out. And if you want to download the notes that I will be using in this session, there's a particular Telegram channel called as ATS Live. So just go to this Telegram channel and you can download the notes. And while you're at it, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel also. Let us start by understanding the context of why we are taking up the dispute of Sar Creek today in our video. Now, a recent statement was given by the Defence Minister of India, Shri Rajnath Singh, on the eve of Dussehra. That was when he went to the Bhuj military station and he conducted what is known as Shastra Puja. Now, in Indian military tradition, there is a tradition that during the Dussehra, the people worship their arms and ammunition, and that is called as Shastra Puja. And effectively, the defense minister also takes part in this exercise. Now, during this Shastra Puja in the Bhuj military station, Rajnath Singh made a statement. He said that if Pakistan decides to conduct any misadventure on Sar Creek sector, it will invite a decisive response from the Indian side. And why he made a statement, that is also very crucial. Now, in recent times, especially after Operation Sindoor, Pakistan has conducted several upgradations to its military infrastructure in the Sar Creek sector. And that was also pointed out by the defense minister in his speech. So, this brings our attention to the dispute of Sar Creek and why it has remained resolved after so long a time, right? So, let us get into this detail, but we'll first find out where is Sar Creek located, what kind of a territory is it, and then we'll get into the history of disputes between these two countries, okay? Now, first let us start by understanding the geography of Sar Creek. Now, this is the image of Sar Creek that I have taken from the internet. Sar Creek was officially or originally called as Banganga, and it is a fluctuating tidal estuary which stands about 96 kilometers in length, and it is alongside the Pakistani border. Towards its east, it's the Run of Kutch plateau in the Gujarat region, whereas towards its west is the Pakistani province of Sindh, the capital of which is Karachi. Okay. Now, the marsh area which is there in the Sar Creek is termed or is filled with poisonous snakes and scorpions, and every monsoon there is a tendency that the Sar Creek or there is a flood in the Sar Creek region, which eventually engulfs the entire salt flats near the Run of Kutch region. Similarly, the region is also very sparsely populated in terms of population density, and it is very difficult to police and conduct military exercises over this area. So you might be thinking, when such an area is such sparsely densely populated or it is filled with dangerous and harmful reptiles, so why are these two countries fighting over this territory? Let me give you that answer. There is a reason, because this Sar Creek region is strategically as well as economically important for India. Why it is strategically and economically important for India? Let us find out. Now, first let us understand the strategic importance of Sar Creek region. Now, Sar Creek region is very close to the Pakistan's defense, and particularly Pakistan's economic capital and its largest city, that is the city of Karachi, is located very near to Sar Creek. So in that region, you can understand why the defense minister of India made such a statement. He was trying to warn Pakistan not to commit certain mistakes, otherwise India would try to capture Karachi. Now, after Operation Sindoor, Pakistan has built bunkers and has also developed forward bases in the region. Now, this makes Pakistan capable of conducting drone attacks on India using the installations that it has conducted in the Sar Creek region. In addition to that, it can also conduct infantry operations. Similarly, in the recent past, we have seen Pakistan has used sea route to conduct terrorist activities in India. The case in point being the 26/11 terrorist attacks on the city of Mumbai, which happened through the sea route. So, Sar Creek, according to Indian experts, can also be used as a launch pad for terrorist attacks on Indian soils, and there are many important economic and military installations on the western sector of India, be it the Jamnagar refinery of Reliance Industries or be it different installations in the city of Mumbai or ports in the Kutch region, right? Similarly, India also has tried to maintain deterrence in the region. It has made a strong military presence which seeks to deter any Pakistani misadventure if they were to happen. So this is the strategic importance of the Sar Creek for both India and Pakistan. For Pakistan, it is essential for its defense. For India, it is essential to counter any misadventure on the part of Pakistan. Now let us understand the economic importance of the region Sar Creek for both of the countries. Now, You need to understand India is a net importer of what? India is a net importer of crude oil, where last year as much as 88% of its domestic crude oil requirement needed to be imported. On the other hand, there have been assumptions, or there have been studies which has been conducted which has said that there are many untapped oil and gas reserves in the Sir Creek region. So it is very important for India to diversify its source of crude oil, and for that the exploration of crude oil and gas reserves in Sir Creek is a must. So this is the first reason why it is economically important for India to hold such strategic territories like Sir Creek. Similarly, Sir Creek is a tidal estuary, which means the availability of fishes in the region is quite plenty. Now, this supports vital fishing grounds, particularly for local fishermen of Kutch region. And you have heard many instances where the fishermen, both from India and Pakistan, they inevitably cross the other territory and therefore get arrested. Now, there is also possibility that if this dispute were to continue for a longer duration, this would disrupt the amount of fishing activities that goes into the region and specifically benefits who? The local community fishermen. So this is the second reason, economic reason, particularly for fishing, why Sir Creek is important. Now you need to understand definition of international boundary on the coastal areas are very important, because from your coast up till 200 nautical miles, which stands about 370.4 kilometers, stands your economic exclusion or exclusive economic zones. Now the countries, they have a right to mine the resources which are available in exclusive economic zones, but for that you need to finalize your international boundary, and if this dispute continues, both Pakistan and India won't be able to exploit the resources that are available in their respective exclusive economic zones. Okay, so the delimitation of the boundaries is very essential if both of these countries were to benefit. So this is the economic reasons why India should hold the Sir Creek territory. Okay. Now let us come back to the boundary dispute. Now the origin of this boundary dispute stands before both of these countries were formed, that is in 1947. Now this dispute started in early 20th century, where both of these areas were regulated by princely states. The rulers of Kutch as well as Sindh kingdom, they fought over once a pile of firewood because they were lying there in the region. So this traces the origin back to early 20th century, much before India and Pakistan were formed in 1947. But after independence, if you would think that this matter would get solved easily, the answer is no. After independence, especially after the war of 1965, where Pakistan defeated badly, what happened that Pakistan raised concerns over the control of Run of Kutch region. Pakistan claimed that it has official jurisdiction of over half of the total Run of Kutch region. Now this matter was referred to a different tribunal, and this tribunal in its decision in 1968 gave a judgment in favor of India. It said 90% of the Run of Kutch region belonged to India and rest belongs to Pakistan. However, one thing notable was that in this decision, the tribunal did not decide upon the resolution of Sir Creek matter. So that is why the dispute of Sir Creek has persisted despite the other areas have been demarcated for both India and Pakistan. So this is the origin of boundary dispute and why it has not been solved. Now let us understand what is the differences in the claim of both these countries as far as Sir Creek is concerned, right? Now this is the navigable waterway that we are going to refer to, which is called as Sir Creek. Now Pakistan says that entire Sir Creek should fall under the jurisdiction of Pakistan. On the other hand, India has a differing opinion. India says that the line which passes through middle of the Sir Creek should be the official boundary between these two countries. So the area located towards the east, towards India, would belong to India, and area located west after this line would belong to Pakistan. So this is the differences in their claims over the region. Now let us look at the reason why there is a difference in the claim. Now Pakistan, as I've already told you, claims that the entire Sir Creek belongs to them. Now India, on the other hand, says that the boundary should be right in the middle of the navigable channel. Now there is a principle called as the Thalweg principle, which decides on how to decide on a border if there is a navigable waterway. According to this Thalweg principle, if there is a navigable waterway, the boundary between these two countries should fall exactly at that point where the waterway is at the deepest, which averages at the middle of the waterway. So according to this principle, the area which is right exactly in the middle of navigable waterway would be the boundary of the respective countries. But India and Pakistan have a difference in opinion of what kind of waterways Sar Creek region. For example, India argues that although this tidal estuary is fluctuating in nature, however, since fishermen navigate through this water body to conduct fishing operations or exercises, this Thalweg principle is also applicable on Sar Creek region, and therefore it is a navigable waterway which is frequented by the fishermen. So therefore the international boundary between India and Pakistan should sit right in the middle of the Sar Creek estuary. So this is the claim that India has highlighted, that the boundary between the India and Pakistan and Sar Creek would right be in the middle of the Sar Creek region. Now Pakistan, on the other hand, we know how unreasonable they are. They reject this argument. They say that this is not a navigable waterway, meaning the principle of Thalweg, principle of border demarcation, would not be applicable on Sar Creek. So this is why this dispute is persisting, because both of them differ on whether Sar Creek is navigable or not. Now let us understand how both of these countries have tried to solve this border issue and why it has not been successful. Okay. Now this dispute or the tries of resolution has been multiple times. Now there have been multiple rounds of talks which has happened between these two countries since 1980 time, but all of them have not resulted into a concrete outcome or resolution of the dispute. Now the last formal talk, if you can recall, happened in the year 2012, and it focuses on demarcation of both land as well as maritime boundaries between these countries. Although both of these sides agreed in 2015 to resume the dialogues under the comprehensive bilateral framework of border resolution, but you need to understand Pakistan for long has been supporting terrorist activities in India, and this talks halted after the terrorist attack which was conducted on Pathankot Air Base of the Indian Air Force. And since then, India and Pakistan have involved in many such clashes, and therefore Pakistan's continued support to terrorist activities in India has been a reason why both of these countries have not been able to come to a conclusion on how to solve this border dispute. Now there is also issue on how these two countries want to solve the border disputes per se. First of all, Pakistan, just like the dispute in Kashmir, has tried to internationalize this issue. Pakistan has tried to involve third parties, international bodies, other countries in order to settle this dispute. Now India says that this is a bilateral matter, and why India subscribed to this dispute as a bilateral matter? Because both of the countries, India and Pakistan, have signed Simla Accord, which was signed after 1971 war in 1972. Now, according to the Simla Accord, whatever dispute between between India and Pakistan, especially if it is a boundary dispute, this should be solved bilaterally between the two countries, and there should not be any third party involved, be it third party arbitration, be it international bodies like World Bank, or be it a third country like USSR, Russia, or US, right? So India, trying to solve this border dispute, has approached Pakistan. It has sought a technical and diplomatic negotiations, keeping away the political negotiations, because we understand political negotiations can see various crests and troughs. On the other hand, if the negotiations between these two countries were limited on technical and diplomatic objectives, the possibility of this border dispute being solved is quite high. But this has not happened. Why? Because of differences of approach. Pakistan has tried to internationalize this issue, while we, adhering to the norms of Shimla Agreement, we are saying that this is a bilateral dispute. So only two of us should be able to solve this dispute, right? So this is the entire crux of why Shimla Agreement has not led to successfully resolution of the Sar Creek dispute. Okay. Now, before solving the practice question, I have one important announcement, and this is a fast track batch that we are launching, especially for students who are looking to give exams in 2026. Now, you can still take admissions to this fast track batch, which is starting on 17th of October. Here, the classes would be covered for all the subjects, and you'll have all the benefits. You can still take the admissions, provided if you use the code ATS Live, you'll get heavy discounts, right? So the course would start at 7,999. Now moving to the question, if you can see, there was a question in 2023 which highlighted the regions that were in news, and these regions, if you can look at it, they were regions because they were in news because of conflict that is happening in the region, right? So we have to match the following based on this. Now, North Kivu and Ituri is a location located in Africa, not in Armenia and Azerbaijan. So first is incorrect. Nagorno-Karabakh conflict is a conflict which happened between Armenia and Azerbaijan. So second is also incorrect. Third is Kherson and Zaporozhye, which is a area of dispute between Russia and Ukraine. So therefore, third is also incorrect. So how many of the pairs are correctly matched? The answer is none. So option D is your right answer to this PYQ. Now a similar question appeared in 2021 on the Senkaku Islands, which is a disputed territory between China and Japan in the East China Sea region. So I've changed that question to suit our today's discussion. Which one of the following statement best reflects the issue with Sir Creek, sometimes seen in the news? Please do let me know the correct answer in the comment section. What do you feel about this issue? Is India right on this position? And should India take military actions against Pakistan and capture the entire Sir Creek region? Let me know in the comment section, okay? And please try to be very civil. The notes, once again, they will be made available on this particular Telegram channel, so you can go and download it from there. This is all from my side. Please have a very good night. We'll see each other again tomorrow.